business.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in China, where TikTok and the country's foreign ministry are both coming down on newly passed legislation here in the U.S., calling for a ban on the app if it doesn't separate from its China-based owner. CEO Suji Chu is urging users to
protect your constitutional rights. Make your voices heard.
President Biden says he'll sign the bill into law if it passes in the Senate. White House spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre.
This bill would not ban apps like TikTok, period. What it would do is to ensure that ownership of these apps wouldn't be in the hands of those who can exploit them or to do us harm.
Some senators predict it'll take months to get to a vote. A proposal to install new leadership in Haiti could be crumbling. Correspondent Cammie McCormick.
The plan for a transitional council called for a panel responsible for selecting an interim prime minister to chart a new path for the country after a surge in gang violence. In the meantime, the U.S. military has sent more Marines to the U.S. embassy there. Americans are being asked to fill out forms should evacuations be necessary. A recent embassy security alert calls the situation unpredictable and dangerous.
To the Middle East now, where Israel's military says it has plans to direct some of the 1.4 million Palestinians living in the southern Gaza town of Rafah to what it calls humanitarian islands in the center of the territory. Humanitarian groups warn an IDF attack on Rafah would be catastrophic. A jury in Michigan resumes deliberating today in the trial of a father charged with involuntary manslaughter after his teenage son shot and killed 4 students at his high school. Defense attorney Marielle Lehman.
James Crumbley had no idea what his son was capable of. He had no idea what his son was planning, and he had absolutely no idea that his son had access to those firearms.
A massive snowstorm is burying parts of Colorado. CBS News Colorado's Alan Janay checking out conditions along I-70 near Denver.
There are cars that simply cannot make it up the hill here, and there is what I believe is a crash off in the distance because there are emergency vehicles there, but we can't see because the snow is just too heavy. There's no visibility.
Schools are closed, major highways shut down, almost 40% of flights into and out of Denver Airport canceled. Ever use a neti pot to clear your sinuses? They've been linked to a dangerous amoeba. CBS's Alexander Tin.
Using tap water was likely to blame in causing the infections during nasal rinsing, as opposed to boiled, sterile, or distilled water, as health officials recommend.
This is CBS News.
Dell Technologies is celebrating 40 years with anniversary savings on their most popular tech, like the XPS 13 Plus, powered by Intel Core processors. Low prices await at Dell.com/deals.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-737-9944. That's 1-800-737-9944. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-737-9944. That's 1-800-737-9944.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
One airline's come up with a new way to stop the bickering over middle seats.
Instead of elbow wrestling with the passenger next to you, would you pay extra for both armrests on a plane? Frontier Airlines is betting on it. Starting next month, they're letting flyers pay $49 for an empty middle seat in some rows. It ensures the luxury of both armrests on those usually crammed budget flights, but don't get used to the price. Frontier says it's gonna go up. Chris Mavridis, CBS News.
A baseball star is hoping to parlay his popularity to the perfume department.
Hey, I'm Aaron Judge, and today we're on set with Polo Ralph Lauren. Let's go.
New York Yankees teaming up with the designer for his own cologne. It's called Polo 67 Eau de Toilette and sells for $108. The scent gets its name from the Bronx-born designer. Ralph Lauren got his start selling polo ties in 1967 out of a showroom in the Empire State Building. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Dog parents are loving Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend Premium Dog Food.
The way she acts and the way she moves, it's just so much better. And she's like a puppy again. It's unbelievable.
Dr. Marty's Nature's Blend is a freeze-dried raw food made with 0 artificial preservatives, so it's naturally shelf-stable with no mess, freezer, or fridge required. Plus, it's full of premium turkey, beef, salmon, and meat your dog will love.
We started with Nature's Blend. She's happy, she sleeps well, she's energetic. I am just delighted with this product.
When given the choice, Nature's Blend and Amazon's #1 bestseller in dry dog food, 29 out of 30 dogs chose Nature's Blend first.
I'm so confident your dog will love it. Your order is backed with a 90-day guarantee.
Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of delicious beef liver treats. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511. Text GOOD to 511-511. All pets are unique. Your pet's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply. Studies available.
When you need high-quality healthcare services, TJ Regional Health is here to take care of your entire family. Whether you're looking for a skilled and compassionate provider for primary care, women's health, pediatrics, cardiology, general surgery, sleep medicine, rehab services, or even mental health, TJ Regional Health is here for you in every stage of life. With convenient locations throughout South Central Kentucky, TJ Regional Health is your healthcare destination. Request an appointment at tjregionalhealth.org.
Want to learn how to get the most out of your Glasgow EPB services and even learn tips on how you can save money on your monthly energy bill? Then you need to check out the Support tab on GlasgowEPB.com. Under the Support tab, you will find a number of articles that include troubleshooting guides, helpful tutorials, and explainer videos for Glasgow EPB electric and broadband services. Go to GlasgowEPB.com/support today to learn more.
Welcome to Good Morning Live on WCLU 103.1 and AM 1490. Your home for local sports, news, information, and a whole lot of fun. Live from our studios in downtown Glasgow, it's Good Morning Live.
Yes, sir, it is. It's Good Morning Live here once again on WCLU 1490 AM 103.1 FM. 55 degrees this morning. Hope you're doing well. I'm James Coates with you for the next couple of hours or so. It's 6:07. Looks like we're in for a beautiful day, folks. It's going to be sunny. Well, partly sunny. A little later on. But warm, a high of 78 this afternoon. South winds 8 to 14. So we'll update you on that weather forecast here in just a little bit. But first things first, we always like to open up with our birthdays and wedding anniversaries for today, Thursday, March 14th. Here we go. We have Sharon Martinez, top of the list today. Kinsley Wilson. Alice Glass, happy birthday. Larissa Young. Wanda Settle is 85 today. Hope you have a great day. Seth Garrett celebrates. Ashley Bird, Brian Wells, Marilyn Ballard, and we have April Jackson on the birthday list. And no wedding anniversaries today, but if you have one, be sure and give us a call today. And so that's our birthday list so far this 6 o'clock hour. Happy birthday and congratulations to you. Hope you folks have a wonderful day if you're celebrating. Good as gold today is Eliza Jane Coulter. Now, she had a birthday yesterday, if I'm thinking correctly, but she's been selected as our Good as Gold person of the day. On this Thursday, Eliza Jane Coulter, that means her name goes in the hat for tomorrow's drawing. Right here on Good Morning Live, just before 8 o'clock, we're going to have our big little taste of Texas drawing. It's something we love to do each and every week, so we'll take the 5 names, the 5 Good as Gold folks from each day this week. We'll drop their names in a hat, and we'll select one. And so be sure and join us in the morning just before 8 o'clock. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Birthdays and anniversaries, or just simply visit our website. You can submit those in right there. Excuse me, this morning. Got a frog jumping through the Barron County. WCLUradio.com. Submit right there. You can also nominate someone in your life to be a Good as Gold person. Take care of that today, right there on the website. Now, a lot of these days were already taken, believe it or not. I know we're only in March, but days fill up so quick. So if you pick a specific day and it's already filled, we'll try to get as close to your specified day as we possibly can. WCLUradio.com. It's 6:10. Let's check your weather forecast, and then we have local news with Wes Royce headed your way. A mix of sun and clouds today, a high of 78 degrees. Going to be warm today. South winds 8 to 14. Tonight, 80% chance of rain and thunder showers. Overnight after 1 a.m., a low down to 61. And new rainfall amounts tonight between a quarter to a half inch of rain. Friday tomorrow will end the work week. 70% chance of rain and thunder showers. Cloudy, high of 67. Friday night, a sprinkle or two, maybe an isolated thunderstorm in the area. Partly cloudy, a low down to 43. Saturday will open up the weekend. Sunshine, high of 64. Saturday night clear, 44. And Sunday will wrap up the weekend with a mostly sunny day, high near 60. Sunday night, partly cloudy, 33. And on Monday, plenty of sunshine for the area. A high of only 47 Monday and a high of 51 Tuesday, and all sunshine. Again today, Glasgow, sunny, becoming partly sunny, a mix of sun and clouds, high of 78. Those south winds today, 8 to 14 miles per hour. All right, our humidity right now is 82% here in Glasgow. Pressure 29.97. Winds are at 7 miles an hour. No precipitation since midnight. Visibility 14 miles this morning. Now your sunrise headed your way at 6:57. And I'm still trying to get used to this time change. Sunset tonight, 6:52 p.m. Right now, 55 degrees here at WCLU. Thanks for watching us on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, EPB Channel 6. Of course, we're streaming our audio, our quality audio, on the website, and we have a free app for you to download as well. All right, we'll break and come back with round one of local news with Wes Royce. Stay with us, folks. Good Morning Live.
Healthcare changes all the time. But at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home. And we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need. And our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchet's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, the name to remember is Hatchet Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
Your source for local for more than 30 years. This is WCLU Local News.
For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. The Kentucky State Police Post 3 Bowling Green was notified by Simpson County Sheriff's Office of an injury collision around 2 a.m. yesterday morning. Troopers responded to the scene on I-65 southbound at the 9.8 mile marker. Traffic was backed up for several hours, causing many to have to detour. A preliminary investigation indicates that a red semi operated by Marlon Martin, age 34 of Bowling Green, was traveling southbound on I-65 at the 9.8 mile marker in Simpson County. The red semi was rear-ended by a silver semi operated by Roger Lee Hook, age 77 of Wilmington, Ohio. As a result of the collision, the silver semi caught on fire and was extinguished by the Franklin Simpson Fire Department. Hook was pronounced deceased at the scene by the Simpson County Coroner's Office. The investigation is ongoing and is being led by Detective Michael Wagner. The American Red Cross has some important news to share. Gage Wilson has the story.
Beginning in the early 1900s, the American Red Cross has grown exponentially, providing more than 40% of the blood used in hospitals around the nation. Jennifer Capps, Executive Director for the Red Cross of South Central Kentucky, spoke to WCLU about how the organization aids and affects the area.
The Red Cross is very present in Barron County and the surrounding communities. In South Central Kentucky, we do serve 22 counties with our chapter. And we do everything from disaster preparedness and response. When there's a home fire, we send teams out to meet with those that have been impacted and help them build their recovery. We install smoke alarms in homes. We teach disaster preparedness courses. We also teach health and safety courses. We provide services to our military members and their families and our veterans. We collect blood, and we do international services. So lots of things happening in the community. communities and lots of ways that you could get involved.
While there is a need for all blood, residents with type O blood are especially encouraged to donate. CAPS explained all blood types are critical to ensuring that hospitals can keep up with the daily demand.
Well, we always want to make sure that we have type O. That really ensures that the hospitals can meet the daily demand for life-saving transfusions. We do need all types of blood, but O negative and O positive are greatly needed just because they're more universal and can be used when we don't know the recipient's blood type. But then there are special types of blood. There are a lot of different testing that can be done to help match blood types to individual patients based on need. Sometimes it may be, a rare blood type or an infant that needs a special type of blood. So if you have blood and you're eligible to donate and you're willing to make that sacrifice, we would appreciate your support.
As an added bonus for donors this year, the Red Cross is also gifting those that donate by March 24th a $10 gift card to a pet supply store of their choice, and will also have their name entered in for a chance to win one of 5 $3,000 gift cards. The Red Cross has also partnered with Warner Brothers, giving those that donate between March 25th and April 7th an exclusive Godzilla x Kong The New Empire Red Cross t-shirt. A list of blood drives coming up within the area will be posted on WCLUradio.com, attached to our full discussion with CAPS. This has been Gage Wilson reporting for WCLU Radio.
The Metcalfe County Board of Education held their monthly meeting on Tuesday night. Superintendent Josh Hurt has the report.
In recognitions, the Student of the Month was David Lineber, the Classified Employee of the Month was Candy Bennett, and the Certified Employee of the Month was Beth Jesse. In Superintendent Director Reports, Principal Michael Gill announced just as the board meeting had started, we received word that Timber Garrett had been elected Elementary State Beta Vice President. So congratulations to Timber. In action items, the board approved a second read of a policy that amended early graduation requirements. The board tabled any action on possible athletic complex facilities. The board approved a KETS offer of assistance in the amount of just over $11,000. The board approved surplusing 5 buses through KISTA. The next board meeting will be Tuesday, April the 9th at 6 o'clock.
The Barron County Project Development Board met yesterday with a majority of its members attending via Zoom. The group is beginning to see the fruits of their labor as architect and construction reports make the new Justice Center become more tangible every meeting. In the construction manager update, Tommy Gum, CEO of Alliance Corporation, had said that the company will begin placing a fence around the area that will house the new Justice Center Monday, March 18th. Once the fence has been erected, Gum says that physical demolition will begin soon after. This came after Gum had received a construction amendment from Mark Bannister, the project coordinator, although Gum stated that he had already began to move forward and had sent out subcontracts for the fence and demolition work. Another step that brings the PDB closer to the new center came at the past Monday Glasgow City Council meeting, where the council agreed to 2 ordinances which will shut down portions of Ford and Water Street to accommodate construction crews. As with most things, this good news was tempered by an inconvenience in the architect report. The architect working with PDB, Jody Driggs, stated that the geotechnical engineers that were consulted have finished phase 1 of their testing, and while more testing is needed to ensure the integrity of the structure, the engineers believe that a micropile foundation instead of the rock foundation was needed due to areas of soft and saturated soils that were found at the location. Driggs assured the board that this was a minor setback and that the news should not impede the strides the board has made in actualizing the new building. Driggs stated that the change may affect costs, but that no one has enough information at the moment to comment. Before adjourning, members confirmed that their next meeting will be on March 27th.
Glasgow and Barron County as a whole are no strangers to the spotlight, with multiple productions and millions of dollars coming into the area. This is no small feat given the gargantuan investment made by production companies when finding a setting that embodies the story's narrative and is also feasible within the constraints of the production budget. Barron County has been lucky in not just its natural beauty, but also in the people and organizations that want to see it thrive. Many of those people work in the local tourism offices, each finding new ways ways to entice potential partners who will hopefully invest not only their time with the county, but also their money. Director of Glasgow Barron County Tourism, McLean Wessenberry, spoke to this when talking about the movie Finding Love in Sisters, which was primarily filmed in Glasgow.
So this production project specifically spent over $350,000 in 6 weeks in Barron County area. It filmed a little bit in Hart County, but it was predominantly in Glasgow. But there are lots of, like when you watch it, you'll be able to recognize lots of local spots.
This movie in particular is important as the Glasgow public is invited to see a special screening of Finding Love in Sisters tomorrow evening.
So it officially comes out this Friday, March 15th, but they are letting us celebrate a little bit early on Thursday night, and it's going to be at Marquee Cinemas. It starts at 8 p.m. The doors will open at 7:30.
In a summary of the movie's plot, it says it follows Esperanza, a lawyer whose dream life is showing some cracks. When her mother dies, she returns to Sisters, Oregon, and reunites with her sisters. McLean Wessenberry also said that the event is going to be a family-friendly event. Unfortunately, concessions will not be free. This has been Gage Wilson reporting with WCLU Radio.
The Kentucky General Assembly has revised the calendar for the 2024 legislative session. Under the changes, days 53 and 54 have been moved from March 19th and 20th to March 21st and 22nd. Session days 55 and 56 have been moved from March 21st and 22nd to March 25th and 26th. 2 days set aside for the House and Senate to concur on bills March 27th and 28th will remain the same, as will the veto days running from March 29th through April the 9th. Session days 59 and 60 will also remain the same. Tune in to our legislative update next Monday with State Representative Steve Riley. For more local news and information, remember to turn to your home for local on the web, WCLUradio.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and remember to click the subscribe button on YouTube for our latest live streams of local sports and videos. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting.
Whether you're preparing for a proposal, planning a getaway, or spending time with your special someone, don't let your knee, hip, and back pain become that annoying third wheel. The Good Feet Store's arch supports can help you live the life you love 2 feet at a time while ushering in a pain-free 2024. And here's a bonus. They're HSA, FSA eligible. Schedule your free fitting and test walk at goodfeet.com or just drop by your nearest store. Walk-ins are always welcome. Make 2024 the year of memorable moments, not aches.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A college basketball team in Kentucky now looks for a new leader.
I informed head men's basketball coach Kenny Payne that he will not return as our head coach for the 24-25 season.
The University of Louisville men's basketball program is searching for a new head coach. Kenny Payne was fired just after 2 seasons leading the Cardinals. He finishes with an overall record of 12 wins and 52 losses. Athletics Director Josh Hurd called the move the correct decision for the program.
Unfortunately, while there have been brief moments of progress, ultimately, I did not see the sustained progression I was looking for. In the end, while this decision was incredibly difficult to make because of who Kenny is and what he means to our university, I do feel it is the correct decision for this program and this department.
U of L has begun a national search for the next head coach. Hurd said they have the opportunity to hire an extremely good, successful coach. District 1 Councilwoman Tanya Fogel is sharing her side of the story from her arrest on Sunday. Fogel was arrested for trespassing after allegedly refusing to leave an AT&T store. The councilwoman states she was at the store trying to remove fraudulent charges from her bill when she was told she had to pay a large amount. Fogel states she was mad, but cooperated with police and was leaving the store when they arrested her. The councilwoman is scheduled to appear in court Friday. A team of 3 girls from Elkhorn Crossing School in Georgetown are in the running for a $100,000 prize in a national STEM competition. The team has created a discreet fidget bracelet to deal with anxiety, which sends pattern data to your phone. The team won a $12,000 prize on the state level and is now headed to nationals. The team has 4 prototypes made and are working on their app. The girls are waiting to hear if they move on in the competition later this month. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Doors take us to summers away or winter adventures and afternoon getaways. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors by working with you on a comprehensive plan to help you reach your wealth's full potential. Because doors were meant to be opened. Visit fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Call 800-631-9123. 800-631-9123. That's 800-631-9123.
Most people will hesitate before planning a funeral in advance.
The funeral? We'll arrange that when the time comes.
But there's a lot to be said for advance planning. For one thing, you have the peace of mind of knowing that your arrangements have all been made. You can consider the options when your mind is clear, and you'll have the relief of knowing that your loved one will be well cared for. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
Win up to $250,000 this month in the Mint and Match promotion at the Mint Gaming Hall. You can be chosen to play in the Friday and Saturday drawings and match your way up to a $250,000 prize. Take a free swipe on Mondays through Thursdays to win up to $500 free play. Play Mint and Match at both Kentucky Downs and Bowling Green. Check out themintgaming.com for details. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Winning just got closer.
This is Dan Fouch, Managing Director and Branch Manager of the Glasgow office at Baird. Whether it is helping individuals prepare for retirement or navigate estate planning, Baird Financial Advisors take a holistic approach so that financial goals are reached. The Glasgow branch has dedicated financial advisors here to assist individuals, families, and business owners manage their financial needs. Please contact our office at 270-651-2663 if you want a partner who will help you achieve your financial goals.
In area funeral announcements this hour, Bobby Lane Druin, 86 of Glasgow, passed away at his residence on Tuesday. Bobby was a member of the Southside Baptist Church. His passion in life were his family, landscaping, and joking around, UK, and his dogs, but most of all his family and friends. Bobby graduated from Memorial High School and Kentucky College of Barbering. He was a master barber, having worked at Fort Knox, Mumfordville, and Glasgow. He is survived by his wife, Barbara Shelton Druin, his children, Veronica Gilbert and Melanie Carby, and a sister, Rosalind Sloan, brothers, Danny and Ricky Druin, a sister-in-law, Suzanne Druin, and several grandchildren and great-grandchildren. The funeral service for Bobby Lane Druin will be Saturday, 10 a.m. at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Visitation will be held Friday, 2 to 8 p.m., and Saturday morning until time for the service at the funeral home. The family has honored Bobby's wishes of cremation and will have a private burial at a later date. Dana Allen Estes, 60 of Bowling Green, passed away Tuesday. He was born in Glasgow to the late Albert Estes and Betty Jo Jolly. Dana was a woodworker and had worked for Rector's Cherry Reproductions for 20-plus years and Kentucky Cabinet Company. Dana was a very talented man in his trade. He is survived by two sisters, Renee Bell and Anita Coletta, and one brother, A. Joe Estes. The funeral service for Dana Allen Estes will be Saturday, 10 a.m. at Hardy & Son Funeral Home, Bowling Green Chapel, burial in the Horse Cave Cemetery. The visitation will be Friday, 5 to 8 p.m. The family has asked that donations be made to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Bobby Nunn, 81 of Hardyville, passed away Tuesday at T.J. Sampson Hospital. He was a retired teacher and coach in the Hart County school system for 30 years. He loved to fish and spend time with his family. He was a member of the Hopewell Church. He is survived by his wife of 63 years, Linda Nunn, two sons, Kirk Nunn of Cave City and Nell Nunn of Smiths Grove, four grandchildren, Jonathan Nunn of Mumfordville, Cameron Nunn of Jonesville, Megan Wagner of Bowling Green, and Travis Coates of Cave City, 11 great-grandchildren, two sisters, Ruth Waddell of Three Springs and Peggy Duncan of Bowling Green. The funeral service for Bobby Nunn will be Sunday, 2 p.m. at the Brooks Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Houck Cemetery in Hardyville. Visitation will be 2 to 8 p.m. Saturday and from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sunday. The funeral service for Donald Donnie Ray Ford, 83 of Horse Cave, will be held on Saturday at 1 o'clock at the Friendship Baptist Church. Burial will follow in the Horse Cave Guthrie Street Cemetery. The visitation 6 to 8 p.m. Friday at the Brooks Funeral Home, and again from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday at the church. The funeral service for Robert Joseph Britt, 85 of Smiths Grove, will be held this morning at 10 o'clock at the Hardy & Son Funeral Home, Bowling Green Chapel. Burial in the Fairview Cemetery with military honors. The funeral service for Gary Allen Thacker, 25 of Indianapolis, will be held this afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Bartley & Sons Gamelia Chapel. Burial to follow in the Gamelia Cemetery. Military honors provided by DAV Chapter 20 of Glasgow. Full obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com and also on the WCLU Radio app. No login necessary.
There comes a point in life when you start to realize when you're gone, someone else will have to make decisions for you. That's why my wife and I visited South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow. They were committed to helping us get exactly what we wanted in a monument. From the time we walked in the office, I found our experience with South Central Kentucky Monuments to be surprisingly simple. From the close attention they gave us when explaining some ideas we had, all the way until we saw the final proof of what our stone would look like when it was completed. One of the major benefits of doing business with South Central Kentucky Monuments is the fact that they do all of the custom stone carving right there in their own shop, so it costs much less than we expected. My wife and I would recommend them to anybody. Our children will have one less thing to worry about when we're gone, and our life together will be honored to our satisfaction.
Call 629-3700 or just stop in at South Central Kentucky Monuments on the corner of Front Street and Columbia Avenue in Glasgow.
Hi, I'm Dee Dee Anderson with Elite Insurance Group. I help senior citizens with their Medicare Advantage or Medicare supplements. Our new office is at 100 Reynolds Road right here in Glasgow. We're directly behind the new car wash. You can call me at 270-404-4863 or drop on in. We look forward to helping you navigate through all of your Medicare options. Again, my name is Dee Dee Anderson with Elite Insurance Group, 100 Reynolds Road right here in Glasgow.
Obituaries on WCLU, sponsored by Baird Private Wealth Management of Glasgow, South Central Kentucky Monuments, The Mint, A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, and D.D. Anderson, Medicare agent with Elite Insurance.
Partly sunny skies today, Glasgow. Very warm, high of 78 with a south wind 8 to 14. Tonight, rain and thunder showers 80%. Low down to 61, up to a quarter inch of rain possible. Friday, tomorrow, more showers and possibly a thunderstorm at 70%. Cloudy skies, high of 67. Friday night, partly cloudy 43, and Saturday will kick off your weekend all sunshine, a high of 64, and Sunday mostly sunny, 59. Again today, a mix of sun and clouds, high of 78.
Happy birthday!
WCLU's Good Morning Live, celebrating your birthdays and anniversaries.
Yes, sir, we are on this Thursday morning, March 14th. Several birthdays here, but there's always room on this page for your birthday or your wedding anniversary if you're celebrating today. Happy birthday to Sharon Martinez, Kinsley Wilson, Alice Glass celebrates today, Larissa Young. We have Wanda Settle is 85 today. Wanda, hope you have a great birthday. Also, Seth Garrett, Ashley Bird, Brian Wells, Marilyn Ballard, April Jackson, and we have Elisa Finn. That's from Chris, Jennifer, and Ashley. So hope you have a great birthday as well. No wedding anniversary so far this morning. Good as gold today, Eliza Jane Coulter. Eliza Jane Coulter right there on your screen if you're watching our stream this morning. Eliza Jane, thank you for your, for being our Good as Gold Person of the Day. We look forward each morning to finding out who our Good as Gold Person of the Day will be. So, Eliza Jane Coulter, today is your day, and your name will be heard on the radio throughout the entire day. And if you folks know her, see her, make her feel real good and special today, pat her on the back a little bit, and say, hey, heard your name on the radio, Eliza Jane Coulter, you're good as gold. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Give us a call today. We'll add you to the list if you're celebrating, or visit our website, WCLUradio.com. Great way to get those on there. It's 6:34. Coming up, we have your church and community calendar here in just a few minutes, and archives with Mayor Henry Royce and Sam Terry. Don't miss that conversation this morning, especially if you enjoy history in and around Barron County. They're going to talk about that coming up here in a little bit. Also, before the top of the hour, your chance to win a free pizza with our morning trivia question. Great things headed your way, and of course, news at the top of the hour too.
Highland Pharmacy on Rogers Road in Glasgow has been a community favorite since 2012, and there's a reason for that. They consistently offer a wide range of customized services, quality care, and a commitment to you.
Highland's MedSync program aligns all your medications to be picked up at the same time each month. Free COVID tests are available through some insurance carriers, and Highland Pharmacy accepts most all insurance. Plus fast, friendly customer service and free citywide delivery.
Highland Pharmacy, a community favorite since 2012.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medi-Share works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
When you download the free WCLU radio app, you have instant access to local news, obituaries, community events, birthdays and anniversaries, and more. Plus, you can stream our quality audio with one touch of your finger. It's free. It's in your app store. Check it out today and download the WCLU radio app to your smart device. We're keeping it local with WCLU.
Protect your investment in your clothes and your image by having your clothes professionally dry cleaned at Key Cleaners in Glasgow. The Catron family has years of experience in caring for the most delicate of garments, as well as drapes and shears, spreads and comforters. Key 1 Hour Cleaners, Happy Valley Road, Glasgow, where we accept Visa and MasterCard.
Key 1 Hour Cleaners with convenient hours 7 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and Saturday 8 till 1. They're hiring. Apply today.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
Good morning live on this Thursday. Hope you're doing well today. It's coffee o'clock, folks. Time to get up. Get at it. 6:38. Let's check your church and community calendar before we get into our archives this morning. Revival services this week at the Bethel Independent Baptist Church here in Glasgow. 6:30 nightly. Pastor Brother Rick Prophet. They're located 105 Kentucky Street. And everyone welcome. A birthday card shower is being given for Junior Lawson for his 80th birthday. And, of course, his birthday is Saturday, March 23rd, so you can send a card to him, 527 West Water Street, Glasgow. Farmers RECC CEO and staff will be at Southern Cup this Friday, the 15th, that's tomorrow, at 7 o'clock to 9 a.m., of course, to answer questions, hear your concerns, and listen to feedback. Metcalfe County Public Library will host a Teen Family Feud tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock to 4:30 at the Library Community Room. Come on out. Spring Crafters and Farmers Market held Saturday the 16th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Edmonson County Fairgrounds in Brownsville. Vendor information or to register, go to oldcreekhomestead.brushfire.com. Cabin Fever Bass Tournament held Saturday the 16th, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Nolan Lake Moody Deer Boat Ramp. The 100% payout is determined by the number of boats, and this is a 3-fish limit. Keep that in mind. If you need more details, 270-597-1005, 270-597-1005. Pancake Breakfast fundraiser held at Leftwich Hall in Edmonton this Saturday the 16th, 7 a.m. till 7 to 11. And all-you-can-eat pancakes. What about that? Sausage and a drink, all for $7. Children 3 and under free. Proceeds go to purchase Christmas items for the needy children the upcoming Christmas season in Metcalfe County. So for more information, 270-670-3692. And also the East Barron Volunteer Fire Department will have a bunny breakfast Saturday, March 16th, 7 a.m. to noon. The cost is $10. And with ages 8 and under eating free, every child will receive a filled egg from the Easter Bunny. You can also have your picture made with the Easter Bunny, too. So a lot of fun. That's Saturday, the 16th, 7 a.m. to 12 noon. Folks, you can submit your special event 2 weeks in advance on our website, WCLUradio.com. Do that today. We'd love to know what's going on in your community. And we'll talk about it here. Not only here, but on our sister station, the Big Willie, as well. Again, WCLUradio.com. Right now, be a good time for you folks to get a pen and a piece of paper ready. Take some notes as we look over 100 years of history with Archives. With Henry Royce and Sam Terry, headed your way in 60 seconds.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medi-Share works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Well, we certainly hope that everybody is doing well here on this Thursday morning. Sam Terry, are you doing all right?
So far, I am.
Oh, I'm glad to have you here today as the color commentator and the man of record of the archives of history to help us understand how to put things in perspective. We connect dots, we learn how to pronounce things, and we learn how we got to where we are. It's a fun part of the archives, and we look back 100 years through publications, newspaper publications that have been archived at the Cultural Center. So much of our history has been archived there. I just hope that we continue to pass that down to the next generation by taking youngsters to see the Cultural Center, and visitors too, Sam. It's always a fun place to go.
It certainly is. Be sure to go.
All right. We go back 100 years on this program. So 100 years ago this day in the Glasgow Times March 14th edition, there was news from Horse Cave. Big news. The explosion of a gasoline tank in the engine room of the Pointer and Sons flour mill in Horse Cave yesterday afternoon caused a fire which completely destroyed the building and its contents, with a loss estimated at $17,000, partially covered by insurance. Now, the mill was a 3-story structure located on a spur track about 300 yards from the L&N tracks. It's expected that Mr. Pointer will rebuild at once. I bet that was a big fire.
I bet it was.
And certainly kind of devastating for sure, but the engine room exploded, and my goodness.
And Mr. Pointer did rebuild, and if you go to Horse Cave today, and you don't have to look very far, you will find a building there with Pointer still standing high above the street level.
He made that commitment to rebuild and did so. 1934, interesting story from the Glasgow Republican, and I guess this is a part of our history where we can rejoice that we finally got to this point. This day in the Republican, Sam Dickinson, one of the oldest and most light-colored men in Glasgow, died Monday night. Sam had the distinction of being the last slave to be sold from the block in Glasgow. Now, the block, Sam says here, stood just in front of what is now Jolly's store. His age is not known, but it is thought that he was not less than 90 years old.
And it's a fascinating story, and Jolly's store at that time was located in the Morris Building, which we're all enjoying watching the refurbishment of that building on the corner of Green and Washington Streets, at the corner of the square. And yes, indeed, the slave auction block in Glasgow was in front of that building, and it stayed there for many, many years. I have researched the story of this Sam Dickinson quite a bit. There's a lot of information that doesn't quite give the full story. Some confusing parts in it, but obviously a person, he became quite respected in this community, and he worked at the old First National Bank, which is now the Fine Arts Bistro.
My goodness. Well, I don't know. There's just, it makes it too real, the humiliation of being sold on the block.
Exactly.
It just has a bad connotation to it, and albeit he was a very liked gentleman and apparently contributed a great deal to the community, but it's part of our history. We can't erase it.
It is indeed. And I will add that when I do Civil War walking tours of Glasgow for school groups, it's always interesting because we always stop right near where that auction block stood and consider that we had human beings sold as property there. But you look up at the top of the square, up the hill, and you see the historical marker to Willa Brown, who became the first African-American female commercial pilot in the United States, and so highly accomplished. And the continuum of history in this community just between that one block of the square is amazing.
Very well said, sir, indeed. That's why I learn something on this program every day. 1944, we have news from Austin to report about Mr. and Miss Travis Watson and children Wanda and Travis Jr. visited Mr. and Mrs. Clovis Wyatt of Glasgow Sunday afternoon. Also, the news is a new telephone line is being run to Austin. Those on the new line are Elbert Lane, Travis Watson, Emmett Duncan, Hubert Hogue, Orville Glass, Ellis Hogue, Reuben Wyatt, Claude Hogue, and Hardin Peck. Now, that shows how far we've come to where that we're reporting who got phone service.
Well, that was pretty exciting.
Because they had a phone line that went all the way down to Austin. It's a party line, but hey, it was kind of a neat development there in 1944. 1954, the Horse Cave entries claim honor in the music festival. 7 entries from Horse Cave in the piano section of the Kentucky Junior Musical Festival at Louisville have been rated superior. They are Joyce McCubbins, Carolyn Parrott, Lydia Lee Edwards, Mary Lloyd Green, Bonnie Cave, Bobby G. Long, and Sylvia Williams. Get this, Sam, there were 110 young people participating in the Kentucky Junior Music Festival at Louisville.
Well, and I have to point out that Bobby G. Long would be Bobby Gorin Long, who is known around the world as B.G. Adair.
Adair, yes.
And this was some of her early piano work that brought her so much fame.
Already turning heads for sure. 1964, we have more news out of Bunch High School. The Bunch Blue Hawks will make their first appearance in the 5th Region Tournament when they meet Olmsted. Now, here's the cheerleaders for Bunch in 1964. We have Nellie Rhodes, Priscilla Childress, Linda Edmonds, Janet Bailey, Anna Mason, Sandra Bush, and Eva Muncie. The players for the Bunch Blue Hawks here in 1964, the one and only Milton Depp, William Bailey, Walt Rhodes, Alonzo Tinker, Lonnie Webb, Cliff Tobin, Jerry Childress, Lawrence Curd, Floyd Bridges, Paul Breeding, Joe Webb, and Rondell Buford. The coach was John Herron. The principal was Luska Twyman. Talk about history.
There's a lot of history in that very short paragraph,
and very exciting times too. To see all these people. That's a who's list of people who got out of high school and contributed to things all around here. It's a great part of our history for sure. 1974, Bill Webb, a former Glasgow resident, was recently transferred by the National Park Service from the Booker T. Washington National Park in Roanoke, Virginia, to the Virgin Islands National Park on St. John's Island in the Virgin Islands. Congratulations to Mr. Webb, climbing the ladder.
And, of course, we all are grateful that when he retired from the National Park Service, Mr. Webb came back to Glasgow and, ironically, lived in Mayor Luska Twyman's former home and served admirably on the Glasgow City Council.
He did, and he was a fun guy to talk to because he had seen a lot for sure. Let's go to 1984. 5 generations were together to celebrate the 97th birthday this day in 84 of Mrs. Bertha Melton. She had 9 children. 30 grandchildren, 82 great-grandchildren, and 48 great-great-grandchildren, and 1 great-great-great-grandchild. Wow. My goodness.
That's a house full.
Yeah, Mrs. Not many picnic shelters that would hold that crew. Mrs. Melton, her son C.B. Melton, her grandson Calvin Melton, her great-granddaughter Sheila Melton Compton, and great-great-grandson Chad Ross Compton posed for a picture that was published this day in 1984.
What a special day.
How many people you think met for the first time at that party? For sure. 1994, some industrial news. Announcement's been made that Plytech is locating in Glasgow. That's always good news when we have another company investing in our community, and that was a good one. 2004, the Barron County Progress reports that Laura Emberton Owens has been appointed the Commissioner of the Workforce Development Cabinet in Kentucky. A very nice gal who has gone on to do well in Frankfort, and certainly she was just kind of getting a good start there in 2004. And it was this day in 2014, the Progress Reporting and Quilting Day, to be celebrated Saturday at the Barron County Extension Office from 9 until 2. We have a really nice, vibrant quilting society around here. A lot of beautiful quilts have been made and on display, and are a lot of pride taken in those as well, Sam.
Well, we certainly do, and I don't know the date, but we will find out before it happens that there is a quilting exhibit that's going to be a special feature down at the Cultural Center in the coming weeks.
We look forward to sharing that information as well, just like we like sharing all the archival information here on WCLU. Hope you'll come back tomorrow, and we'll have the end of the week wrap-up of all that's news in the archives. Sam, you be with us?
I certainly will.
Thank you, sir.
That's Archives this morning on this Thursday. What a great conversation there. We'll have more tomorrow. Be sure and join us back here. And you can always listen to more archives by subscribing to our YouTube channel. We have several on there for you, and several more on the way, too. Plus, Henry's new podcast, Dashboard Dialogues, that's on our YouTube channel as well. So click and listen. Take advantage of that. 6:53, your weather forecast coming up, brought to you by South Central Bank, and morning trivia around the corner.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center, brought to you by South Central Bank.
South Central Bank has been investing in the Glasgow community for over 50 years. During that time, we've learned a thing or two about hard work, relationships, and a vision for success. South Central Bank is designed to make a difference in the prosperity of our customers and the communities it serves. We want to be a part of your success. Visit southcentralbank.com. South Central Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
A mix of sun and clouds today, a high of 78 degrees. Going to be warm today, south winds 8 to 14. Tonight, 80% chance of rain and thunder showers. Overnight after 1 a.m., a low down to 61. And new rainfall amounts tonight between a quarter to a half inch of rain. Friday tomorrow will end the work week, 70% chance of rain and thunder showers, cloudy, high of 67. Friday night, a sprinkle or two, maybe an isolated thunderstorm in the area, partly cloudy, a low down to 43. Saturday, we'll open up the weekend, sunshine, high of 64. Saturday night, clear, 44. And Sunday, we'll wrap up the weekend with a mostly sunny day, high near 60. Sunday night, partly cloudy, 33. And on Monday, plenty of sunshine for the area, a high of only 47 Monday, and a high of 51 Tuesday, and all sunshine. Again today, Glasgow, sunny, becoming partly sunny, a mix of sun and clouds, high of 78. Those south winds today, 8 to 14 miles per hour. 82% humidity right now, our pressure 29.99 now. Winds are at 7, no precipitation since midnight. Visibility 14 miles. Please be careful out there. Sunrise 6:57, just a couple of minutes from right now. Mr. Sunshine make his arrival. Sunset tonight 6:52. 55 degrees this morning here in Glasgow. And we appreciate you folks joining us here. 1490 AM, 103.1 FM. Weather brought to you by our friends at South Central Bank.
As the cold weather sets in, keep your home warm with the help of Glasgow Building Supply. They have 6 different models ready to warm your home now. In the way of kerosene heaters, Glasgow Building Supply has a 10,000 BTU and 23,000 BTU model. Whether you heat with natural gas or propane, choose from 2 ventless heaters in the 18,000 and 30,000 BTU sizes. Need an electric heater? Check out these Comfort Glow quartz radiant heaters in stock today at Glasgow Building Supply, 3020 Bypass in Glasgow.
Do you ever remember saying as a child, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me"? As an adult, we've realized that that little saying just simply isn't true. Words definitely have the power to hurt us. The Bible says as much in Proverbs 18:21 that both death and life are in the power of the tongue. In fact, in Proverbs the Bible goes on to say in chapter 11 verse 9 that the hypocrite with his mouth destroys his neighbor. You know that words can destroy and crush. Make it a point to use your words to heal, not to harm. Don't be the one that crushes someone else's spirit or someone else's soul by the damaging things that you say. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medi-Share works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
With a history of winning plays and breaking records, Dakota Elmore knows a thing or two about hard work. At Elmore Realty and Auction, his team, often referred to as the A-Team, applies that same work ethic in how they serve this community. With a combined 200 years of experience, the team serves our commercial industry, helps families find their dream home, and makes your auction an easy, profitable, and positive experience. Elmore Realty and Auction, trusted since 1935. Check them out on Facebook for listings and auctions.
At Little Caesars, choose a large custom 2-topping pizza for $7.99. Like pepperoni and jalapeno.
That's my favorite.
Or mushroom and green pepper.
That's your favorite.
How'd you know?
I know your heart.
and your tummy. Get a large custom two-topping pizza for only $7.99. Order online, enter promo code toppings, and skip the register with Pizza Portal Pickup. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Ends on March 17th. Available on app and online orders excluding third-party sites, plus tax where applicable.
WCLU Good Morning Live Trivia Time.
Pizza.
Your chance to win a free pizza this morning, and you can play along and win if you haven't won in this month. One winner per household per month. Keep that in mind. And our number to call, 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. A free pizza from Little Caesars. How does that sound to you? Here we go. We'll take the first caller with the right answer. And again, one winner per household per 30 days. Here we go. Reginald Dwight is the birth name of this global superstar. Right there on your screen if you're watching. Who is it? Reginald Dwight is the birth name of this global superstar. 651-9149. Good morning, trivia.
Elton John.
That's it. Elton, boy, you're quick this morning. Elton John, who is this?
Bob Harvey.
Bob, how you doing?
All right. How you doing?
Good. You know, I just recently discovered this fact. I thought his name was Elton John, you know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these folks have, these superstars have stage names, you know.
Yeah.
Their performing name. So
the world knows him as, for sure.
That's for sure. And I read a little bit about he borrowed this name from a friend of his, or I can't even remember the full story. But anyway, he said, "Hey, that sounds pretty good for a stage name. I'm going with that." So
yeah.
The rest is history. Are you an Elton John fan? Do you like some of his music?
Oh yeah, I love his music.
Rocket Man.
Yeah.
I think the first song I ever heard by him as a kid was "Don't Go Breaking My Heart."
Yeah. Well, let's see. I can't even think of anything. What was that? The first one I heard was Crocodile Rock.
Oh yeah.
Crocodile Rock, and then Honky Cat, and
yeah.
I can't even think of him, but he did so many. But
he did, yeah.
Well, he was good.
Yeah, he is a born superstar, that's for sure. Bob Harvey, thank you for being our winner. Let me put you on a brief hold and get your mailing address, okay?
All righty.
Stay tuned here. That's Bob Harvey. And the answer, Reginald Dwight, that's the birth name of Elton John. So now you know. All right, CBS News coming up, local news as well, and a special guest, too, as we kick off hour number 2.
Welcome to hour number 2 of Good Morning Live on WCLU Glasgow, W2760 O Glasgow. Local news, sports, information, and fun.
CBS News Brief. TikTok and Beijing both blasting a House-passed bill requiring the app to cut ties with its China-based owner or face a ban over fears of spying. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer.
Some critics have said if China wanted to, it could order ByteDance to share that information with the Chinese state under the national security law.
Vice President Harris resumes the administration's quest to highlight abortion rights.
To these women, I say, we see you. And we are here with you. And we are always going to stand by you.
Her office says she'll be the first VP to visit a clinic that performs abortions when she makes a stop in Minnesota. Jury deliberations will continue in the case of the Michigan man whose son killed 4 high school students. Defense attorney Marielle Lehman.
You heard no testimony and saw no evidence that James Crumbley was aware that his son knew where the firearms in the home were hidden.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
When you need high-quality healthcare services, TJ Regional Health is here to take care of your entire family. Whether you're looking for a skilled and compassionate provider for primary care, women's health, pediatrics, cardiology, general surgery, sleep medicine, rehab services, or even mental health, TJ Regional Health is here for you in every stage of life. With convenient locations throughout South Central Kentucky, TJ Regional Health is your healthcare destination. Request an appointment at tjregionalhealth.org.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you know, you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
Your source for local for more than 30 years. This is WCLU Local News.
For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting. Before we get into the deeper part of our newscast this morning, we're going to kick it back to James Coates, who has some important news with the Barron County school system. He joins Barron County Middle School Principal Michael Davis. James, good morning.
Good morning, Wes. Thank you so much. And yes, as part of our news this hour, we wanted to bring in live Michael Davis, principal of the Barron County Middle School. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning.
How you doing today?
Hey, doing great, doing great. Just getting ready for another great school day.
Yes, sir. And open enrollment is today.
It is. It is spring open enrollment, which is always an exciting time in Barron County Schools, where we get to welcome our new families, our new faces to Barron County Schools across all campuses, elementary, middle, and high. And so we're excited about that. So today is open enrollment. It's in-person open enrollment today, March 14th, from 12 to 6, and that's across all campuses in the Barron County School District. So that'll take place today. Parents can always enroll their children online. They can do that today or really any day, but that's something that if you go to the Barron County website, you'll see where students can be enrolled on the Barron County website as well. So it's in-person open enrollment today from 12 to 6 across all the campuses, but again, you can always enroll online at the Barron County School District, which is barron.kyschools.us.
That's awesome. We're so glad to bring you in, especially today, open enrollment day.
Yes, sir.
And again, 12 to 6 today across all campuses here in Barron County. So, you know, Barron County is a very growing community. We have families moving in here from all over the place.
Right, yes.
And they're working here, trying to get their kids plugged in. So talk a little bit about some of the benefits of becoming a part of the district here.
Well, the mission and the vision of Barron County Schools is to become life ready, right? When students graduate as a 12th grader, we want them to become life ready, and we do that where we give them opportunities to continue to grow and be successful and be the best they can be.
Sure.
And so it's where opportunities create success in Barron County Schools. So a few things that we really focus on, our principles, our guiding principles, are academic excellence, making sure that every day students are learning at a high level, skilled and caring teachers. We have great staff across the Barron County School District. We're blessed. Safe learning environment. We know how important that is to keep our students safe and our families safe, and so we're so blessed to have great resources and SROs in all of our schools, and just being very thoughtful about that.
Sure.
Positive school culture, obviously that's the key. As a principal, that's my goal every day, is to make sure that we continue to help students realize that they're in a safe building, doing great things, and continuing to build that
Stay positive, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
And then opportunities for extracurricular activities. Obviously, there's all kinds of different things that students can be involved in after school, during the school day. Our 21st Century Barron Beyond the Bell program is fantastic. That just gives them all kinds of different opportunities as well. We focus on engaging curriculum, which supports that academic excellence in the classroom.
Right.
And then great support services. We've got school nurses, we've got SROs, we've got all the things, mental health counselors,
free
great
breakfast.
teachers, free breakfast, free lunch.
That's right.
All the good things that make it a great place to be.
All right, so man, that's a lot to take in right there.
That is, it's a lot.
So in open enrollment today, 12 to 6 across all campuses, though. So that's why we wanted to bring Michael in today, and you have a special guest with you this morning.
I do. I have Carly. She's an 8th grade student at Barron County Middle School, so I'm going to ask her a few questions, see how she can do here. So Carly, tell me, what are you involved in the Barron County School District?
Cross country and beta and choir.
Yes, and tell me, Carly, what's you've been in Barron County Schools for a long time. Tell me, what are some of your favorite things about Barron County Schools?
All my friends, and then I have really good teachers.
Oh boy, that's a big thing.
Yeah,
having quality teachers, and we've had several of them here on the show.
Yeah.
And They know what they're talking about.
They sure do.
And they have a love for the kids.
They sure do. And you've got to. Every day it's about, putting your best foot forward and taking care of the folks in front of you. And our staff do a great job with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Michael Davis with us this morning here on Good Morning Live. Anything else today you want to mention?
I just want to remind parents, if they come in today for in-person open enrollment, again, that's across all campuses, and that's from 12 to 6 today. You can always enroll online, but if you come in person, please make sure you bring, parents need to bring ID and then birth certificates and then any immunization forms that they might have. They need to bring those in as well. So just a couple of reminders there, but it's a great day and it's an exciting day across the Barron County schools.
And so people can go to your website. Is there a phone number? You just rather point people to the website?
Well, if they go to the website, they can actually contact any school they might be enrolling at, but they can also call the Barron County Board of Education. That information will be there for them as well. So they can call them and they can get information to them as well.
Michael Davis with us today. Thank you. And have a great day, and we appreciate this young lady coming in sharing, too.
Appreciate your all's time. Thank you.
Have a great day at school.
You too.
All right, 7:09, and I guess back to Wes Royce this morning with more in-depth news, Barron County news and surrounding areas. Wes?
Yeah, I like that newscast right there. It's live and action, and I like it. Now he can go be principal this morning.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, James.
Sir.
In more local news this hour, the Kentucky State Police Post 3 Bowling Green was notified by Simpson County Sheriff's Office of an injury collision around 2 a.m. yesterday morning. Troopers responded to the scene on I-65 southbound at the 9.8-mile marker. Traffic was backed up for several hours, causing many to have to detour. A preliminary investigation indicates that a red semi operated by Marlon Martin, age 34, of Bowling Green, was traveling southbound on I-65 at the 9.8-mile marker in Simpson County. The red semi was rear-ended by a silver semi operated by Roger Lee Hook, age 77, of Wilmington, Ohio. As a result of the collision, the silver semi caught on fire and was extinguished by the Franklin Simpson Fire Department. Hook was pronounced deceased at the scene by the Simpson County Coroner's Office. The investigation is ongoing and is being led by Detective Michael Wagner. The American Red Cross has some important news to share. Gage Wilson has the story.
Beginning in the early 1900s, the American Red Cross has grown exponentially, providing more than 40% of the blood used in hospitals around the nation. Jennifer Capps, Executive Director for the Red Cross of South Central Kentucky, spoke to WCLU about how the organization aids and affects the area.
The Red Cross is very present in Barron County and the surrounding communities. In South Central Kentucky, we do serve 22 counties with our chapter, and we do everything from disaster preparedness and response. When there's a home fire, we send teams out to meet with those that have been impacted and help them build their recovery. We install smoke alarms in homes. We teach disaster preparedness courses. We also teach health and safety courses. We provide services to our military members and their families and our veterans. We collect blood, and we do international services. So lots of things happening in the communities and lots of ways that you could get involved.
While there is a need for all blood, residents with type O blood are especially encouraged to donate. Capps explained all blood types are critical to ensuring that hospitals can keep up with the daily demand.
Well, we always want to make sure that we have type O. That really ensures that the hospitals can meet the daily demand for life-saving transfusions. We do need all types of blood, but O negative and O positive are greatly needed just because they're more universal and can be used when we don't know the recipient's blood type. But then there are special types of blood. There are a lot of different testing that can be done to help match blood types to individual patients based on need. Sometimes it may be, a rare blood type or an infant that needs a special type of blood. So if you have blood and you're eligible to donate and you're willing to make that sacrifice, we would appreciate your support.
As an added bonus for donors this year, the Red Cross is also gifting those that donate by March 24th a $10 gift card to a pet supply store of their choice, and will also have their name entered in for a chance to win one of 5 $3,000 gift cards. The Red Cross is also partnered with Warner Brothers, giving those that donate between March 25th and April 7th an exclusive Godzilla x Kong The New Empire Red Cross t-shirt. A list of blood drives coming up within the area will be posted on WCLUradio.com, attached to our full discussion with Capps. This has been Gage Wilson reporting for WCLU Radio.
The Metcalfe County Board of Education held their monthly meeting on Tuesday night. Superintendent Josh Hurt has the report.
In recognitions, the Student of the Month was David Lineber. The Classified Employee of the Month was Candy Bennett. And the Certified Employee of the Month was Beth Jesse. In Superintendent Director reports, Principal Michael Gill announced just as the board meeting had started, we received word that Timber Garrett had been elected Elementary State Beta Vice President. So congratulations to Timber. In action items, the board approved a second read of a policy that amended early graduation requirements. The board tabled any action on possible athletic complex facilities. The board approved a KETS offer of assistance in the amount of just over $11,000. The board approved surplusing 5 buses through KISTA. The next board meeting will be Tuesday, April the 9th at 6 o'clock.
The Barron County Project Development Board met yesterday with the majority of its members attending via Zoom. The group is beginning to see the fruits of their labor as architect and construction reports make the new Justice Center become more tangible every meeting. In the construction manager update, Tommy Gum, CEO of Alliance Corporation, had said that the company will begin placing a fence around the area that will house the new Justice Center on Monday, March the 18th. Once the fence has been erected, Gum says the physical demolition will begin soon after. This came after Gum had received a construction amendment from Mark Bannister, the project coordinator, although Gum stated that he had already begun to move forward and had sent out subcontracts for the fence and demolition work. Another step that brings the PDB closer to the new center came at the past Monday Glasgow City Council meeting, where the council agreed to 2 ordinances which will shut down portions of Ford and Water Street to accommodate construction crews. As with most things, this good news was tempered by an inconvenience in the architect report. The architect working with PDB, Jody Driggs, stated that the geotechnical engineers that were consulted have finished phase 1 of their testing, and while more testing is needed to ensure the integrity of the structure, the engineers believe that a micropile foundation is instead of the rock foundation is actually what was needed due to areas of soft and saturated soils that were found at the location. Driggs assured the board that this was a minor setback and that the news should not impede the strides the board has made in actualizing the new building. Driggs stated that the change may affect costs, but that, quote, no one has enough information at the moment to comment, close quote. Before adjourning, members confirmed that their next meeting will be on March 27th. Gage Wilson has the next story.
Glasgow and Barron County as a whole are no strangers to the spotlight, with multiple productions and millions of dollars coming into the area. This is no small feat given the gargantuan investment made by production companies when finding a setting that embodies the story's narrative and is also feasible within the constraints of the production budget. Barron County has been lucky in not just its natural beauty, but also in the people and organizations that want to see it thrive. Many of those people work in the local tourism offices, each finding new ways to entice potential partners who will hopefully invest not only their time with the county, but also their money. Director of Glasgow Barron County Tourism, McLean Lessenberry, spoke to this when talking about the movie Finding Love in Sisters, which was primarily filmed in Glasgow.
So this production project specifically spent over $350,000 in 6 weeks in Barron County area. It filmed a little bit in Hart County, but it was predominantly in Glasgow. But there are lots of, like when you watch it, you'll be able to recognize lots of local spots.
This movie in particular is important as the Glasgow public is invited to see a special screening of Finding Love in Sisters tomorrow evening.
So it officially comes out this Friday, March 15th, but they are letting us celebrate a little bit early on Thursday night, and it's going to be at Marquee Cinemas. It starts at 8 p.m. The doors will open at 7:30.
In a summary of the movie's plot, it says it follows Esperanza, a lawyer whose dream life is showing some cracks. When her mother dies, she returns to Sisters, Oregon, and reunites with her sisters. McLean Lessenberry also said that the event is going to be a family-friendly event. Unfortunately, concessions will not be free. This has been Gage Wilson reporting with WCLU Radio.
Thank you, Gage. The Kentucky General Assembly has revised the calendar for the 2024 legislative session session. Under the changes, days 53 and 54 have been moved from March 19th and 20th to March 21st and 22nd. Session days 55 and 56 have been moved from March 21st and 22nd to March 25th and 26th. 2 days set aside for the House and Senate to concur on bills, March 27th and 28th, will remain the same, as will the veto days running from March 29th through April the 9th. Session days 59 and 60 will also remain the same. Tune in to our legislative update next Monday with State Representative Steve Riley. And of course, for more local news and information, you can always turn to your home for local on the web, WCLUradio.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and remember to click the subscribe button on YouTube for our latest live streams of local sports and videos. For WCLU Local News, I'm Wes Royce reporting.
Most people will hesitate before planning a funeral in advance.
The funeral? We'll arrange that when the time comes.
But there's a lot to be said for advance planning. For one thing, you have the peace of mind of knowing that your arrangements have all been made. You can consider the options when your mind is clear, and you'll have the relief of knowing that your loved one will be well cared for. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
Attention homebuyers and homeowners. If you're shopping for a mortgage or considering home financing, call one of Kentucky's top mortgage lenders, South Central Bank. Recognized as the area's best mortgage company, we are ready to help you walk through every step of the borrowing process. With experienced lenders and a full range of loan solutions that suit your budget, South Central Bank can make your dreams become reality. Contact us today. You can even apply online at southcentralbank.com. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medi-Share works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
A statewide survey to gauge the public's interest in the return of passage rail service to Kentucky made a whistle stop in Louisville Tuesday night. John Shannon has more.
It was the second of 3 meetings held by the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet to spotlight their statewide rail plan and to find out the level of interest in bringing passenger rail service back to Louisville, which hasn't had passenger train service since the Kentucky Cardinal pulled out of Union Station for the last time in 2003. The 2024 Kentucky statewide rail plan provides a snapshot of current operations and opportunities to increase Kentucky's economic growth, as well as a helpful resource for private railroad companies seeking to expand or enhance rail services through federal grant opportunities. Attendees were offered an electronic survey to provide feedback about future rail use and access. The third and final meeting is tonight in Ashland at the Transportation Center. I'm John Shannon.
Authorities have released more details about a Tuesday shooting in Boone County. The sheriff's office reports a tow truck driver was preparing to tow an SUV from the parking lot of the Burlington Public Library and offered the vehicle's owner a chance to retrieve his personal items from inside. Reports say the SUV's owner, later identified as Samad Green, allegedly stabbed the tow truck driver with a steak knife and then grabbed a gun away from the victim and shot him multiple times. The victim has since been released from the hospital, and Green has been charged with a list of offenses, including assault and robbery. The Kentucky House of Representatives have approved a proposal to get a school choice constitutional amendment on the ballot.
In 65 members voting aye, 32 members voting nay, House Bill 2, as amended by House Committee Substitute 1, is passed.
If ratified by voters, the amendment would give the legislator the option to provide financial support for students outside public schools. Opponents argue House Bill 2 would hurt public schools and provide public tax dollars to private schools with no oversight. The measure heads to the Senate. I'm Lee Mowen.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Your adventure awaits at the Kentucky Horse Park. Experience live horse presentations, meet retired racing legends, and get up close to unique breeds from around the world. Dive into equine history at the park's International Museum of the Horse. And for a truly immersive experience, get in the saddle for a scenic horseback ride. With activities for every age, the Kentucky Horse Park promises an unforgettable journey for all. Plan your trip by visiting kyhorsepark.com. That's kyhorsepark.com.
Do you know what red flags to look for when considering an investment opportunity? Fraudulent sellers might make unsolicited contact, tell you everyone is buying it, and pressure you to invest right now. They make hefty promises over the phone, but never put them in writing. At the Department of Financial Institutions, we have a saying: if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. We're on a mission to educate Team Kentucky and protect your hard-earned dollars. Visit us online at kfi.ky.gov for more information.
Here's a look at local sports here on WCLU. In girls basketball, Bowling Green defeated Owsley County in a close game 46-44. The Lady Purples will now advance to take on McCracken County on Friday, March 15th at Rupp Arena at 11 a.m. In baseball action, Adair County defeated Monroe County 13-3, and it was Campbellsville that got a big win over Hart County 13-4. And in softball action, it was Bethlehem that defeated Caverna, final score 16-0. In upcoming baseball action, it'll be Barron County hosting Adair County at 5:30 p.m. Caverna travels to Bethlehem for a 6 p.m. first pitch. Allen County Scottsville will host Muhlenberg County at 6 p.m. Warren East travels to Apollo for a 5:30 p.m. first pitch. And Edmondson County will take on Monroe County at 5:45 p.m. In upcoming softball action, Hart County will travel to Edmondson County for a 5:30 p.m. first pitch. Warren Central will host Warren East at 5:30 p.m. Franklin Simpson travels to Bowling Green for a 5:30 p.m. first pitch. And the Glasgow Lady Scotties will host the Metcalfe County Lady Hornets for a 5:30 p.m. first pitch. WCLU will have the live broadcast of the Lady Scotties softball game beginning around 5:20 with pregame coverage. You can watch the live video broadcast on WCLU Radio's YouTube channel and online at WCLUradio.com/Scotty. Tune in and listen to the live radio broadcast at 103.1 FM and 1490 AM with the legendary Joe Myers on the call. To stay up to date with all the latest high school sports scores and schedules, all you have to do is head to our website at WCLUradio.com and click the sports tab.
Congratulations, you made it to the middle of the week. I'm Scott Fitzgerald with Look at Sports here on the Kentucky News Network. Louisville basketball is expected to be moving on from its head coach. Reports are surfacing that Kenny Payne will be out of a job after the Louisville men's basketball team cashed out of the ACC tournament last night, 94-85 to NC State. The Cards finishing the season at 8-24 in just 3-17 in conference play. Payne is expected to be owed about $8 billion after signing a 6-year contract before the 2022-2023 season. Meanwhile, more postseason honors rolling in for the Kentucky Wildcat men's basketball team. Senior guard Antonio Reeves was named an All-American by the Sporting News. And for Coach John Calipari, he's feeling pretty good about his team as they get ready to head to Nashville for the SEC tournament as a number 2 seed. They will open play Friday, that against the winner of tomorrow's 7-10 Texas A&M Ole Miss matchup.
I'm feeling really good how this team, and I said to everybody, they're built for March. You got to have some rim protection. You got to have some scorers who can break down and go get a basket. You got to be tough physically and mentally. And now, when we play games now, everyone has something to lose. You're not going to play a team that says, well, we have nothing to lose. Oh, yeah, you do. Your season ends.
And the boys and girls Sweet 16 is now set. The boys punching their tickets last night. The 6th region goes to Evangel Christian, while Spencer County wins the 8th region. Lyon County wins the 2nd region, with the 3rd region going to Butler County. Warren Central outlasts Bowling Green in overtime to take home the 4th region. The 9th region belongs to Newport. Campbell County wins the 10th region, while Great Crossing brings home the 11th. And the 12th region goes to Pulaski County, with the 16th region going to Ashland Blazer. Girls Sweet 16 play begins today in Lexington. It starts with Bowling Green and Owsley Owsley County, followed by McCracken County and Russell, while Butler will open the evening session against Anderson County, and Franklin County will take on North Laurel. Tomorrow's Bethlehem and Pikeville, followed by Owensboro and Henderson County, with George Rogers Clark taking on Sacred Heart, and Cooper and Danville going at it as well. I'm Scott Fitzgerald.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Your adventure awaits at the Kentucky Horse Park. Experience live horse presentations, meet retired racing legends, and get up close to unique breeds from around the world. Dive into equine history at the park's International Museum of the Horse. And for a truly immersive experience, get in the saddle for a scenic horseback ride. With activities for every age, the Kentucky Horse Park promises an unforgettable journey for all. Plan your trip by visiting kyhorsepark.com. That's kyhorsepark.com.
Alexa Rastigue was a student at Bellarmine University. When she got the call, no one wants to receive.
A drunk driver was driving under the influence, going 127 miles per hour.
He caused a crash, killing 2 and severely injuring Alexa's mother and brother.
He left that scene without a scratch, while my family suffered.
Drive sober, Kentucky, because drunk driving is a dead end.
Paid with funds to the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Girls are strong, brilliant, and creative. But the world doesn't always give opportunities for girls to have their voices heard. This International Day of the Girl, CARE is supporting the next generation of girls and their allies to take the mic and make their voices heard. Together, we can make a better world and help them achieve their dreams. Join the campaign at care.org/takethemic. What does Take the Mic mean to you?
Take the mic!
Hello, I'm Gary Fogle. Welcome to Kentucky Sports Memories. Today, we talk with Christy Combs, a great high school basketball player, but we talk about the start of her career.
At Watson's, we've been delivering all the family fun and relaxation to our local community for over 50 years. Our mission is to provide high-quality home recreational products and home furnishings to our customers that bring families and friends together for a break from the daily stresses of life. Shop the largest local selection of in-stock products for your home, inside and out, and get the guaranteed lowest price in the USA. Only at Watson's. We have all the fun.
Back in 1994, MC Napier, a small high school in Perry County in eastern Kentucky, won the Girls Sweet 16. A year later, they closed due to consolidation. But that team was led by Christy Combs, outstanding player, two-time All-Stater, averaged about 25 points per game each of her freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior seasons. But she began playing varsity basketball at MC Napier as a 7th grader. And that's where our conversation begins.
Now, when you began playing varsity as a 7th grader, were you intimidated at all with the older kids, or did you feel like you fit right in?
Well, I tell you it's so odd how my career actually got started. Randy let me start dressing as a 7th grader, and my first outing was in the district tournament my 7th grade year. I was dressed just as a 7th grader, and just so happened one of his upperclassmen got hurt, and he said, "You're going to play." He said, "You're going to play." So I moved up from just being a 7th grader of just being on the bench to you're probably going to play tonight. And this was in the district championship against Hazard. So this was our foe, crosstown rival foe. So he had a player foul out toward the end of the game there, and he looked down the bench and he said, "Combs, you're going in." So I went in and got fouled and hit 2 free throws to win the game in the district championship as a 7th grader.
So she showed very early in her high school career as a 7th grader that she was going to be a star and that she was cool under pressure. Christy Combs, after high school, went on to do one other thing pretty amazing in sports, and tomorrow we'll talk about that. Gary Fogle, Kentucky Sports Memories.
Thank you, Gary. Kentucky Sports Memories on this Thursday. Folks, we're at 57 degrees this morning on this Thursday. Good Morning Live. I'm James Coates with you. And a couple of more special guests today from the far-off Broadway Players. Let's welcome Kat. I forgot your last name. Fitzgerald. How could I forget that? And also Amy Peden joins us today.
Good morning.
From the Plaza here and Far Off Broadway Players. Welcome in.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever interviewed you two before, so it's pretty cool to have you. You've got a big production coming up, in a week or so?
It will be next weekend.
Yeah.
March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th.
And it's called Hallelujah Girls.
Yes.
So tell us about that. That sounds very interesting.
Well, there is a group of ladies who are in their midlife, as some of us are, and they're sort of having a second coming. So after a funeral of one of their friends, they take on using their life savings to create a day spa in an old abandoned church. So, as you can imagine, this group of ladies in their midlife are quite the animated group.
Yeah.
And they come together and they start to change their lives. It's a great little thing. You want to talk about it, Amy? About Nita? Amy plays Nita.
I play Nita Mooney.
Okay.
And she is, she's single, but she has this deadbeat son at home who's kind of a failure to launch situation, and she by the end of the show is a completely different person, like most of the characters are.
Wow.
So it's a comedy, completely a comedy. I think a lot of people get it confused with a musical because of the name, but it is not a musical.
Not a musical.
Not a musical, just a pure comedy. It's a great show to come
It
and
sounds funny.
have a laugh.
Yeah. So that'll be March 22nd, 23rd, and 24th?
Correct.
Right? What are your show times for that?
Show times on the Friday night are 7, Saturday night at 7, Saturday afternoon matinee at 2, and Sunday afternoon matinee at 2.
Wow,
And you can get tickets by going to historicplaza.com. We're glad to have our performances there most of the time.
So how many folks make up the cast on this production?
This is a cast of 9.
Okay.
Of which many of them, including Amy, are brand new actors, so we're very excited to bring them in.
So you're a brand new actress?
Brand new actress.
I am. Well, I'm sort of a, I guess you could call me a stage mom turned actress. That's what my daughter likes to call me. She's done several productions, and so I've always been behind the scenes with her, but this time she's actually one of the costumers for the play.
Okay.
And so I just
put mom out front.
Yeah, so I decided to just jump in and give it a whirl.
You've done a wonderful job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They've all developed so much. I'm so proud of my cast. Much like the show, it's very much a party atmosphere.
Yeah.
We've tried to invite our audience into this wonderful little group of women. There's also 2 gentlemen in the play. Tard Barber plays Bobby Dwayne.
Todd Barber, yeah.
Todd Barber. And Gregory McCord plays Porter Paget.
Okay.
Who's quite the character. These are all people that we all know. It's a small southern town in rural Georgia. So, as you can imagine, there is a bit of a side story of an arch nemesis woman, played by Shailene Nightingale. She is playing Bunny Sutherland, and the name suits the character.
I think that this is also a play where, when you come to see it, everyone will identify somewhere with all of the characters in some way.
It'll hit home.
You find glimpses of yourself in there.
Very much so.
That's an effective play when you can do that.
Well, and as many of us in our midlife are, it's sort of the theme is get busy living or get busy dying.
Yeah, I'd rather do the living. How about you?
Exactly.
This morning we're talking with Kat Fitzgerald and Amy Peden about the upcoming show at the Plaza Theater called Hallelujah Girls. Very interesting. Again, March 22nd, 23rd, 24th at the Historic Plaza here. Get your tickets there on their website. And anything else you want to mention this morning?
Much like Amy is a new actor, we'd love to offer people, we're offering workshops this year.
That's good.
Totally free. just go to faroffbroadwayplayers.org. The first is a beginner's acting class. Then we have a technical theater workshop, which will be taught by me. I'm the technical director at Far Off Broadway. Mm-hmm. And then an intermediate course. And those start March 25th.
Okay.
And we also have an opportunity for auditions for our Summer Dinner Theater show.
I was going to ask you about that in case there's people that's interested in stepping up like she did.
Yes.
You don't say,
yes.
I have an interest, but I'm kind of scared.
Well, as an all-volunteer organization, we love to have new people, and we want everyone involved behind and in front of the curtain.
That's awesome.
So those auditions are coming up on March 26th, so it's a very busy time for us the next couple of weeks.
Well, we appreciate you ladies coming in today and sharing and inviting our listeners out. Far Off Broadway Players, Hallelujah Girls. That sounds... At first I'm like, what is that? Now I know a little bit more about it. So, well, we appreciate you coming in today.
Thank you
and
so
good
much.
luck, and especially, you've acted before, right?
I have.
Yeah.
I'm actually, this is my first show that I'm directing for Far Off Broadway
That's cool.
Players. So I'm kind of managing many hats at the moment, both in front and behind the curtain.
Well, good luck, and we wish you the best on that. Hope you have a full house every day, and every night and every day. All right?
Everybody come out.
Thank
yes,
you.
Come on out. All right, 7:38 here on Good Morning Live. Stay with us.
Highland Pharmacy on Rogers Road in Glasgow has been a community favorite since 2012, and there's a reason for that. They consistently offer a wide range of customized services, quality care, and a commitment to you.
Highland's MedSync program aligns all your medications to be picked up at the same time each month. Free COVID tests are available through some insurance carriers, and Highland Pharmacy accepts most all insurance. Plus fast, friendly customer service and free citywide delivery.
Highland Pharmacy, a community favorite since 2012.
WCLU Radio, featuring Good as Gold Person of the Day. That's right, you can nominate that special someone to be good as gold. Visit online WCLUradio.com and nominate that special friend, pastor, dad, mom, grandmother, or anyone you love. And they'll have a special shot at winning a free meal from A Little Taste of Texas, a $20 value. Don't wait too long, days are filling up. It's the WCLU Good as Gold Person of the Day.
The game of football is about pain. Ever since I was 5 years old, it's been all about football. It's been about running, jumping, blocking, tackling. I stopped playing at 31.
You're listening to Michael Robinson, retired pro fullback.
I thought that foot pain was going to be with me for the rest of my life. I'm so glad I met Good Feet. I'm so glad those arch supports are in my shoes.
Visit the Good Feet store, now open in Bowling Green at Buckhead Square on Campbell Lane.
Happy birthday!
WCLU's Good Morning Live, celebrating your birthdays and anniversaries.
Yes, we are, folks. Time to look at your birthdays and anniversaries on this Thursday morning. We have, we have Sharon Martinez, top of the list today. Kinsley Wilson celebrates. Alice Glass, hope you have a great day. Larissa Young. We have Wanda Settle. Wanda's 85 today. Seth Garrett, Ashley Bird, Brian Wells, Marilyn Ballard, April Jackson, Lisa Finn, that's from Chris, Jennifer, and Ashley. And also Kanaya Wooten is 16, sweet 16 today. That's from your family, and hope you have a great birthday. No wedding anniversaries this morning so far, but good as gold today is Eliza Jane Coulter. Eliza Jane Coulter, who had a big birthday yesterday, but she is our Good as Gold Person of the Day, and right there on your screen if you're watching us this morning on our stream. So, all right, so Eliza Jane Coulter, her name goes in the hat for tomorrow's drawing here on Good Morning Live, and looking forward to that. Absolutely we are. One of the great things we love to do here on Fridays, just before 8 o'clock, reach in that lucky hat, draw out a name, send them to eat a great meal the Texas way at A Little Taste of Texas right here in Glasgow. Ate there yesterday, as a matter of fact. It's totally awesome. So, give you that chance to win tomorrow, just before 8 a.m. 7:41, we're also going to check in with Bobby Lee Hurt coming up here from Hurt Auto Sales. Stay with us.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medi-Share works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
Good morning, friends. On August the 21st, 2017, we in parts of the United States experienced the total eclipse of the sun. People traveled long distances to see this once-in-a-lifetime event. Many had been making preparations for years to be able to see such a sight. As the time drew nearer, people jammed the highways, paid ridiculous prices for places of lodging, and made this event, which lasted about 2 minutes, their top priority in life. It occurred to me that around 2,000 years ago, the sun was completely blackened for 3 hours one Friday, while our Lord Jesus hung on a cross dying for the sins of the world. That eclipse was much more significant than any that's ever been seen or ever will be seen again. One day the Lord Jesus will return from heaven to earth. If people would make as much preparation for his return as many did for the recent eclipse, then they would be much better off. One thing is for sure, no one will have to travel at all to witness his return. No one will have to reserve lodging, and no one will fail to see him. But everyone must be prepared for Jesus' return. Plan now. You can't afford to neglect that preparation. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
Not to brag, but Progressive's Name Your Price tool is mankind's greatest tool ever. Even better than the wheel. Sure, without the wheel, we wouldn't have modern transportation or funny videos of dogs riding skateboards. But without the Name Your Price tool, we wouldn't have easy access to auto insurance options based on our budget. And, well, cars do need wheels. They also need insurance, and insurance never goes flat. Learn more about the greatest tool ever, the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
A mix of sun and clouds today, a high of 78 degrees. Going to be warm today, south winds 8 to 14. Tonight, 80% chance of rain and thunder showers. Overnight after 1 a.m., a low down to 61. And new rainfall amounts tonight between a quarter to a half inch of rain. Friday tomorrow will end the work week. 70% chance of rain and thunder showers. Cloudy, high of 67. Friday night, a sprinkle or two, maybe an isolated thunderstorm in the area. Partly cloudy, a low down to 43. Saturday, we'll open up the weekend. Sunshine, high of 64. Saturday night, clear, 44. And Sunday, we'll wrap up the weekend with a mostly sunny day, high near 60. Sunday night, partly cloudy, 33. And on Monday, plenty of sunshine for the area. A high of only 47 Monday. And a high of 51 Tuesday and all sunshine. Again today, Glasgow, sunny, becoming partly sunny, a mix of sun and clouds, high of 78. Those south winds today, 8 to 14 miles per hour. 57 degrees this Thursday morning here in Glasgow, WCLU, Good Morning Live. It's good to have our friend Bobby Lee Hertz by phone this morning. Bobby is up and at it and ready to sell a car to maybe more than one, right, Bobby?
That's right. We'll sell the whole lot full. Glad to.
Sell every car.
I'll take off a few days.
There you go. Well, we appreciate what you do for us in our communities and providing good quality cars and vehicles at reasonable prices, too. So we wanted to bring you on and let you highlight 3 or so this morning. What's hot on the lot?
We just got in. Matter of fact, bought it yesterday, a 2018 Mercedes. It's a GLA 250. Okay. That's a kind of a crossover between a four-door sedan and an SUV. So
wow,
small vehicle, get about upper 20s on the gas mileage.
Yeah,
and make somebody a fine ride for $15,900.
$15,900, and it's an 18 model.
That's right. Hey,
And a Mercedes.
Yes, and a Mercedes.
That's right.
And speaking of nice rides, we have a 2015 Subaru Legacy. It's a 4-door sedan, sunroof, leather, every option you could possibly put on it. And we've got it priced to sale. Matter of fact, it's the same price, $15,900.
All right, $15,900. That's a 2015 Subaru Legacy, you said?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Super
Okay.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Classy looking ride, okay?
Yes, sir.
And if you don't want to spend a lot of money, want to do a little four-wheeling, we've got a 2012 Jeep Liberty four-wheel drive, leather interior, ready to go for only $7,900.
Oh, my goodness. A Jeep Liberty for under $8,000?
That's right. Hey, come in and test drive that thing and put it in four-wheel drive.
Yeah, and take off.
Climb a couple of banks if you want to. Okay?
I think, yeah, that's really where I don't think I've ever bought a car unless I want to test drive it and just see how it feels, how it handles. If it's the car for me, every car has a certain feel about it.
That's right, they do, and just driving around for a while.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
About to lose my voice.
A little early this morning.
Can't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, test drive. Make sure it's a car for you, and we'll do our best to hook you up today.
Yes, absolutely. 621 West Main Street. That's Hurt Auto Sales here in Glasgow. Bobby, we appreciate you today and for beating the hedges and out there. Of course, I guess a lot of people bring their vehicle to you, local trades and different things, but a lot of times you're out and about and looking for these deals so you can bring them to the people.
That's right. We stay on the move all the time, trying to find nice rides, and we have been pretty good, pretty lucky at it, I guess you would say.
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
come on in and check us out today. We'll be around all day long.
Yes, sir. And that motto, what's that motto, Bobby Lee?
No pain when you trade with her.
I guarantee it. All right, Bobby, be safe. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you, James.
You're welcome. All right, Bobby Lee Hurt there from Hurt Auto Sales. Sound like somebody coming in on my signal this morning. Anyway, 749 again, 621 West Main Street. We encourage you folks to stop in and see Bobby. Check out these deals today. The 2018 Mercedes GLA 250. I'm not sure what that is exactly, but I know it's a great vehicle for $15,900. Gas saver too. And he has a lot more than this to choose from. At 621 West Main Street at 750 this morning.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for Medi-Share is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. Medi-Share works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
This weather update brought to you by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board.
Introducing the Glasgow EPB Customer Payment Portal and mobile app. With our new sleek and user-friendly payment portal, managing your Glasgow EPB services has never been easier. And if you need to make a payment on the go, our new mobile app lets you pay your bills with just a few taps. The Glasgow EPB Customer Payment Portal and mobile app, because managing your Glasgow EPB services should be as simple as flipping a switch. Visit glasgowepb.com/billpay today to sign up and download the app.
As the cold weather sets in, keep your home warm with the help of Glasgow Building Supply. They have 6 different models ready to warm your home now. In the way of kerosene heaters, Glasgow Building Supply has a 10,000 BTU and 23,000 BTU model. Whether you heat with natural gas or propane, choose from 2 ventless heaters in the 18,000 and 30,000 BTU sizes. Need an electric heater? Check out these Comfort Glow quartz radiant heaters in stock today at Glasgow Building Supply, 30 Bypass in Glasgow. Glasgow.
Partly sunny skies today, Glasgow. Very warm, high of 78 with a south wind 8 to 14. Tonight, rain and thunder showers 80%. A low down to 61, up to a quarter inch of rain possible. Friday tomorrow, more showers and possibly a thunderstorm at 70%. Cloudy skies, high of 67. Friday night, partly cloudy 43. And Saturday will kick off your weekend all sunshine, a high of 64. And Sunday, mostly sunny, 59. Again today, a mix of sun and clouds, high of 78. All right, that's your forecast. It's 57 degrees now here in Glasgow. Weather brought to you by our friends at EPB, the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. We have Wes Royce with us today, Gage Wilson. I think we've got a... Oh, okay. Right.
Oh yeah, I unplugged them, James. See, when I like carrying my own personal headphones.
Wes.
I like carrying my own personal headphones around.
He's just testing me.
Yeah. That's the only way you learn.
Exactly.
It's the only way you learn. James told me that yesterday.
Yeah, that's it. Just mess up a few times.
I love it.
But enough about my school career.
Yeah.
There you go. Gage has been here all morning. You're doing a great job, Gage. How you feel this morning?
Pretty good. I'm getting to that peak level of caffeination, so blood pressure is about 180 over 200 or whatever.
That's normal in radio.
That's unfortunately, it happens. James, we got a busy news department as well.
News coming up to at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and of course, just want to remind people, state tournament's still going on, so you'll hear that today on WCLU.
During the 9 o'clock hour.
Right. Now, Nellie, if you'll come over here to my studio real quick, I have a quick question because I don't want to give false information, but we will have the Glasgow High School softball game on, correct, Nellie? It's at 5. The coverage begins at 5:20,
okay.
I believe.
Yeah,
but Nellie will be the person that knows that for sure.
Yeah, she got her radio off.
So we will not. So there's a Sweet 16 game at 5 o'clock that we will not air.
Right.
That will be the only one that we don't air
because of the softball.
Because obviously Glasgow High School softball locally takes precedence over what's going on at Rupp Arena.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I got. Now, Gage, I want to lead Gage into this conversation because Gage, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but we got a ton of news now.
We do. Sorry.
Go ahead, Gage.
No, I was just going to say one of my favorite interviews I did yesterday was with Miss Jennifer Capps with the Red Cross organization. And she was talking about how it's actually Red Cross Month, which I thought was really cool. I'd never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Of course, they try to ramp up donations.
Well, they do a great job in this area.
Oh, absolutely. It actually was started in 1943 by Teddy Roosevelt. I had to do a little bit of Googling for that, but and that was the first time in a proclamation that it was put up. They are offering giveaways. It's a $10 pet supply store gift card that you can get if you donate before March 24th. And then after that, the 25th through April 7th, you actually get a free T-shirt. It's a Godzilla versus Kong, the new Empire.
A little incentive there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
It's an exclusive T-shirt too, so it might be worth something here in a couple years.
That's right. Okay, so that's more. You have more about that coming up during the 8 o'clock local news.
We will.
CBS at the top, and then local news. We'll also have your local obituaries and KNN News and Sports, and also at 8:30 the Houchins Lucky Name program, giving away groceries. Wes,
That's right.
Folks like to win free stuff.
That's right. Tomorrow, look forward to a lot of really good stuff in the news.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we're going to be out doing today, and we sort of consider 6 a.m. as our deadline. So stay tuned tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
There's going to be some cool stories coming up today in the news department.
All right, fellas. We appreciate you updating us there a little bit.
Anytime.
All right. Again, 8 o'clock news coming up, folks. Stay with us. Good Morning Live.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see. If something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into. And that is Medi-Share. Maybe you've heard switching to Medi-Share to pay for health care